I think being in a tight match right from the start just shows what type of level you need to play at in order to be ready for this. And it just comes down to who's going to execute better in the postseason. The one thing with having the younger group, they have nothing to lose. We're not veteran heavy, so I think that makes a big difference with the other teams. At the same time, our youth has really stepped up and continues to step up. So the competitive game against Castleton, I think, just helps us knowing what we're going into on Friday. I think overall we've just worked on kind of every aspect in regards to being organized defensively, as well as being able to work on our strengths of trying to keep possession, being able to move the ball. It really comes down to who's going to execute better, and again, I think it really, it's a game-to-game thing, so we just have to be ready. I think it's about preparing, and I think when it comes to the EastCon game, it comes down to how we defended in the first half versus how we defended in the second half, where we executed well against them on the offensive side. So, we're having them go back and look at, what we did well, what we didn't do so well, as well as the coaching staff is doing the same thing to just be like, this is what we're capable of. But again, tournament is a completely different game. People throw things at you don't expect, and we just have to come in ready to play what UMass Boston women's soccer is about. I think it's a good problem because it's that exact thing. Our goal scoring can come from anyone on any given night, so people just have to play us pretty much straight up. Like, there's no one person they have to be concerned about, and if they do choose to be concerned about one person, that's certainly going to open up space for someone else to step in, because our goal scoring has come so many different ways this year, and by so many people. So it's nice to have on any given day any one of our forwards can bury the ball in the back of the net. Well, I mean, we're a turf team, so I think that certainly bodes well in our favor. I think challenges for both sides is going to be the size of the field and getting used to that right off, because it's the biggest surface we will have played on, and I'm sure EastCon has all season. I mean, they did play down there for their LEC matchup with WestCon, so that might help them out a little bit, but I think it's going to take both teams a little bit to get used to once we're in warm-ups. Just remind them it's one and done. You got to put everything out there and everything on the line on Friday, because if you don't take care of business on Friday, there is no Saturday. So it really, mentally, we're just focused one game at a time, and EastCon's our priority, and that's what we're going to look to. And whatever happens around 4:30 on Friday, we'll deal with it then.